Hey guys, so I don't know why my camera does that. I'm confused on why it actually does that, but welcome. We're going to go over a lot of things. We're going to go over the weather, just like normal. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm not exactly sure why it does that. So hold on a second. As I tweet this out, tweet out the video so anyone can join us. So if you do have questions, get those in the chat while we're live. For people who are watching this after it's live, just put those questions down in the comment section and we will talk about those as well once I see them. So hopefully you guys had a great Friday. It is Saturday. I don't know why my camera's doing that right now. I need to figure out, let me see if I can. I'll find it right now. But so any questions you guys have, can you guys hear me? Is the microphone good? Like, is everything good to go? I want to make sure it is before we continue and see if I need to change settings or anything. It's good to go. Thanks, Alex. Okay. So trying something new. The laptop kept crash or freezing yesterday, and I wasn't able to do the video like we normally do. Now I'm on the desktop with the camera here. It's brighter than, I don't understand why, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So if this is the first time you guys have caught me live, put a 1 in the chat, because I recognize some of the names, but I don't recognize all the names. So if you've never been here before, put a 1 in the chat. Maybe everyone's been here. I don't know. But we might do things a little bit different than what you guys are used to. So what we normally do is we go over the weather for today. Then we go over the pitchers, and then we go over the bats. Now, there are some we're going to look at, and I try to go live every Saturday, Sunday. I was able to go live yesterday. I'm not able to go live tomorrow. I have a draft in the morning, so I'm just going to focus on that. But there will be a video out tomorrow morning. So that being said, if you're in here and you're not a subscriber and you guys find this helpful at all, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That bell notification is going to let you know when we're live. It's going to let you know when the video gets posted to YouTube. Now, I say that because we do have a contest. What the contest is it's a home run contest. So how it works is once the video goes live, and don't put it in the chat, but put it in the comment section once you're able to, predict who's going to hit a home run, what inning, and put your timestamp on there. If you get all of those, if you get those 2 things correct, you're going to win a free month of MLB content. So that being said, it's a great way to jump into what we've got to go. It's free, but also I've got today's article is live right now. It's usually live the night before, and you can find the article. You can find the article there. That's today's free article. So we're going to go over all the pitching matchups. That's 30 pitchers, or actually it's 32 because there's a doubleheader with the Yankees and the Orioles, and we've narrowed down some that we like. If you guys could give this a thumbs up video, if you're in here, I see 15 people watching, 1 thumbs up. That is terrible ratio, guys. So after that, we will talk about, I did tweet out and I did put on Instagram that this is the last weekend. Tomorrow, Sunday, is the last day you can purchase the premium content, and I'll put the link there. The last time you can purchase the rest of the MLB season and the entire NFL season for the low price that it is. So go check it out. dailyrotohelp.com/plans. Go all the way over to the right at the top row. It is the $99 package. Once this weekend is done, I've extended it because people were asking to give some time for payday, which I understand. So I did. After this weekend, you can only get the NFL package for $199. So if you've been, kind of waiting, that's there for you. So let's just look at the weather. We're going to look at all the games. For the most part, we're not looking at much going on. We're looking at just hot, humid, mostly cloudy for most of the spots. Philly at Toronto, they've got a dome, so that's good. The White Sox at the Tigers is the one that kind of pops out first. Just kind of looking, 79 degrees, humid, real humid means the ball can fly out of there, but there is a chance of rain. During the game, it goes from 45% to 70%. I could see them delaying this as a start. But the problem is it looks like it tapers off, and 10 p.m. would be where they could start. Now, that's not the most ideal spot. Being in the same division, they could potentially just have a doubleheader tomorrow or at some other point since they are in the same division. So this is the White Sox at the Tigers is one game to kind of monitor the weather, see what's going to happen. It's iffy right now. Yeah, the Rockies game just overcast. So I would say, depending on what the weather does, I think the White Sox-Tigers game does get played. If it doesn't, it's not that big of a deal. We're not really targeting any players in that matchup. Not the pitching we're not looking at. I mean, it's just two very terrible teams going up against each other. So while we're live, if you do have questions, get them in the chat and I'll answer them while we're talking about things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the pitching matchups. I saw a question. Will you be covering very early only on FanDuel 105 slate 2 games? I'm going to be covering all the games. I'm not going to specifically dive into just that game. We're going to go over all the pitching matchups. So, and you can hear about it. Our cheat sheet, I need to update it once this video goes live. Once this video ends, I'll be working on the cheat sheet and I'll get that out. I'm looking to tweak the cheat sheet a little bit. I'm looking for suggestions, what you guys would like to see on it. I don't know what else to do. It might be the end of the season, so we might just ride this out for the end of the season, and the next season we can change it. The NFL cheat sheet's coming along. It's going to have a lot of percentages. It's going to have a lot of things that will be very crucial for you guys to look at and be able to build your lineups. So that being said, let's just jump right into it. So the first game on the slate, the Yankees at the Orioles. You got J. Happ versus Jimmy Yacobonis. I'm looking at Happ here. I mean, his numbers are crazy since coming over from Toronto. Just looking at J. Happ, in his 3 starts as a Yankee, his last start against Toronto, his old team, 5.1 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. They were both home runs, 8 strikeouts, and he did get the W. The start before that against Tampa Bay went 7 innings, gave up 1 hit, 4 walks, 4 Ks, got the W there. His start against Texas, 7-3, or he went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, had 9 strikeouts, got the win there. So he has had a winning. He's not lost a game as a Yankee yet. His monthly total for August, 2.45 ERA, 3-0 with 2.45. Prior to that, he got lit up in Toronto. He had terrible games. He even got lit up against the Yankees. And before the trade deadline, and people were wondering if they should trade for him. I really like him. The Orioles are so bad. Yeah, I know it took extra innings to win it last night. But he makes a great option. The problem is, I think he's probably only going to be on the early only, or let's see, or it probably is the very early only slate. So early only, and that's what sucks because he's one of the top pitchers on the slate, and you can't play him unless you're playing the very early only. So I will be looking at that. Demetrius, I saw you said MLB or Yankee stack. I kind of got to look to see if their lineups are even out yet, and they're not. They're not out yet. It really, I wouldn't be surprised. We're going to see, I would say a Yankee stack, but the problem is they're playing a doubleheader. I don't really think Aaron Boone knows what he's doing at all. I don't know who's going to be in the lineup. So Luke Voigt had 2 home runs last night, so that means he won't play either game today for some reason. It's just Aaron Boone is not a good manager. He doesn't fire his team up. He doesn't try and get thrown out when they're down. He even had his press conference saying they were down 2 runs, so pretty much they weren't trying. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but all I know is, and I don't know why the mic or the camera's doing that. I really hate that. If you're playing the early only, I definitely would play, obviously, J.A. Happ, because I really loved him as a pitcher on the slate, on just the regular slate. But being early, yeah. Let's see. Questions. Casey just want to say thanks for your time. Well, thank you. Demetrius, you won $132 last night? That's awesome. You might as well throw me a tip. No, I'm just kidding, but that's awesome. I love hearing stories like that when people win, either watching the videos while using the cheat sheet. We've actually had, I don't know if Dan is in here. We had someone win $1,500 last Thursday or Friday. We had someone during basketball win $18,000. We had in football a couple of seasons ago, someone won $25,000. We've had a lot of people win a lot of money. And the cool thing is when they do that, sometimes they decide to tip. Now, you can do it here on YouTube. You can, while we're live, you can down below chat, super chat. You can send a super chat. $1 to $500 is the range. I don't know if you can do a choose your own. But if that's something you would like to do, that's awesome as well. Another thing could be a subscriber. Keep your ads on and just watch the ads that are on here. That's probably the easiest way to help the channel out. Maybe even click on the ads, but being there and that's the easiest way for you. Kyle, I'm doing the early 4-game slate, making cash lineup. I have Pivetta. Don't know if I should play Wheeler due to having a hard time against Washington. What's the best? Yeah, it really depends. Toronto's just, Arrieta was in a good matchup yesterday and he struggled. It seems like he struggles against the easy teams and he pitches well against the good teams. Pivetta for cash. Actually, so on FanDuel, the early only, what is the early only? What games are those? Looking at the early only slate, that consists of Washington and New York. I kind of like Porcello here. I do like Porcello. Pivetta is more of a GPP, more over cash. But let's just jump into start talking about the other pitching options soon. If you do have questions, get those in the chat. And once I get done with these, maybe I'll have them answered for you and we can talk about it. So the second game of Yankees at the Orioles, Sonny Gray versus Andrew Cashner. Sonny Gray went to the bullpen. He struggled against the Orioles his last start of the season that he did. For some reason, I believe Sonny Gray has 3 wins on the season against, I think he's 3-1. He struggles at Yankee Stadium. I don't know why. It's something in his head. But Sonny Gray against the Orioles in Baltimore is a better pitcher than against the Orioles at Yankee Stadium. I kind of like Sonny Gray here. Hopefully they continue winning. Hopefully they win the first game, and this is the second game. Hopefully he can bring it. Reds at the Cubs, Luis Castillo versus Jose Quintana. Castillo, 77 plate appearances, 254 batting average against him. The Cubs, 67 plate appearances, 234. Now, here's the problem. The Cubs they're a really good team, but they have not scored a ton of runs yesterday. Also, yesterday I went live, and I believe I said the Cubs and the Reds, I said it could be a high-scoring game, but I see it being a 3-2 game. and not a lot of runs being scored. That's exactly what happened yesterday. They won. Cubs won 3-2. I mean, I didn't call the walk-off David Bodie, but I mean, I said I could see it being a 3-2 game, and that's exactly what it was. The offense is just so weird. They're on one day, they're off the other. Luis Castillo the same way. When Luis Castillo is on, he's striking out 10. When he's off, he's going 3-4 innings and like giving up 8-9 hits. It's against the Cubs. I think Castillo makes a GPP pitcher just because of how inconsistent he's been. Jesse, is Sonny Gray stretched out like will be in a pitch count? To be honest with you, Sonny Gray has pitched like twice out of the bullpen. He hasn't pitched much out of the bullpen. I believe the last time he pitched out of the bullpen might have been last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago. They just haven't used him much. He's still stretched out as a starter. Even though he's in the bullpen, he's still going through the day every day, throwing his simulated games like he would be if he were a starter. So there shouldn't be a problem with him being stretched out. He should be fine. Wheeler and Pivetta for pitchers. I could see that. I'm kind of scared a little bit. Just hopefully the Mets offense will come alive a little bit. So next game on the slate is the Rangers at the Giants. Martin Perez versus Andrew Suarez. I don't trust either. There's other options today. I'm not looking at these. You could be looking at some of the bats. Andrew McCutchen could be looking to have a good day. I believe he homered last night. He's got a great matchup against Martin Perez. I could see him doing well for a second game in a row. Cheap-ish, depending on what slate you're playing on, what website you're playing on. So I'm not jumping out to look at those pitchers, but some of the bats in the Texas and Giants game are intriguing. Nationals at the Mets, Tanner Roark for Zack Wheeler. Roark, 149 plate appearances, 215 batting average. I kind of like him just because the Mets are the Mets. If they're not scoring runs, they're not having success. I could see that again. Roark, now he hasn't been the best pitcher. 149 plate appearances, 215 batting average. Zack Wheeler, 139 plate appearances, 279. I think both are GPP pitchers. It just kind of scares me a little bit because both of these offenses can get run over, but also both of these offenses can hit well. As we saw the Mets put up, what was it, last Thursday, Friday, they put up a total of 40 runs in 2 games against the Phillies. It's weird that since the All-Star break, the Mets have like the 3rd highest run total, which just makes absolutely no sense because they didn't make any moves to their offense. It's just kind of scary. Longoria has 15 at-bats, 7 hits, 3 doubles. Any lefties or any righties for the Giants jump out at me in that matchup. Phillies at the Blue Jays, Nick Pivetta versus Aaron Sanchez. Kind of went over this. Pivetta is a GPP pitcher, not cash. Sanchez, 15 plate appearances, .077 batting average. I don't trust him enough. I see that, and I can't trust him enough. Red Sox at the Rays. It was actually kind of funny how they got lit, the Red Sox got lit up yesterday. I think that probably doesn't happen again today. Porcello, as bad as I've trashed him, he's been pretty solid this season. Against Tampa Bay, 146 plate appearances, 254 batting average. Ryan Yarbrough, 44 plate appearances, 158. You kind of know any of the Rays pitchers, they're going to go 2 innings, and that's about it. White Sox at the Tigers, Lucas Giolito versus Ryan Carpenter. I'm not looking at this at all, and the weather might not be in our favor, so we don't even have to look at this matchup. Braves at the Marlins, Anibal Sanchez versus Wei-Yin Chen. Both have given up a 270 batting average against them. Chen has given up 130 plate appearances, 270. Sanchez, 42 plate appearances, 270. I kind of like Acuna here. I see he could hit a home run. I didn't see yesterday if any of the Marlins got hit. I didn't see if they came back at him. All I know is it should line up for Urania to pitch tomorrow, but he's probably going to be hurt. Let's see if he's suspended. Let's see if they upheld it. Yeah, so he's already serving his suspension. So he dropped his appeal. It's exactly what I thought. Arena hit Acuna on purpose, then got suspended for 6 games. Then he decided to appeal it so he wouldn't be playing the Braves again because he knew he would get hit when he batted. So can't wait. I hope it boils over. I don't know if they'll play each other again this season, but I hope it boils over even more for them next season. Brian Anderson was hit, nothing happened. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna, like I said yesterday, they'd have to go over. You have to go over and hit their best player, but it's the Marlins. You never know who their best player. I mean, their stud. I don't know if the Marlins have one of those like locked down. So, Athletics at the Twins. Mike Fiers versus Steven Gonsalves. I love Mike Fiers here. He's been absolutely on fire since coming over from Detroit. He has, let's see, he's on our article somewhere. So Fiers, since getting traded, his last 3 starts versus Texas, 7 innings, 8 Ks, 100 pitches, got the W. Against Seattle, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. And against the Dodgers, 5.1 innings, 8 strikeouts. He's been on fire. His monthly total in August, his ERA is 1.33. And he's got a matchup against the Twins team that's just not good. So I really love Mike Fiers here. I think he's a great cash option or GPP. It really doesn't matter. It depends on what site you're playing on. He's still relatively cheap. Mike Fiers, let's see what his price is on FanDuel. On the main slate, we just look at it real quick. I don't know about about DraftKings, but I do know that let's see, Mike Fiers, because he is being put in there with Kluber, Kershaw, Verlander, he's going to be cheaper. He's $8,000. I absolutely love Fiers in this situation. Pirates of the Brewers, Jameson Taillon versus Julio Shashin. I don't trust either of these. This could be another high-scoring game. Runs to be had on both sides. I'm not targeting either of these, especially with the other pitchers on the slate. I'm not looking. Indians at the Royals, I think your chalk play of the day is going to be Corey Kluber against a terrible Kansas City team. Kluber, 217 plate appearances, 196 batting average. There's a reason he's going. Kluber is going to be probably more chalk than Kershaw. Mariners at the D-backs, Wade LeBlanc versus Robbie Ray. I kind of like Robbie Ray here, but the Mariners can hit well. We know this. They're in the hunt for a playoff berth. They're most likely going to get it, just depending on how the last month of the season goes. Wade LeBlanc's a lefty, so it's the battle of the lefties. So I'm looking at righty bats in both of these matchups. Paul Goldschmidt at home. I love him against Wade LeBlanc. Mitch Haniger against Robbie Ray's good. Just depending who you actually, Robinson Cano has good numbers against Robbie Ray as well. Not good. I mean, he's only faced him like 9 times, but he has like a 400 batting average or something. So you could be looking at those matchups. Not looking at either of these pitchers, though. Cardinals at the Rockies. I'm not looking at either of these. Yesterday, I mentioned that I wasn't looking at pitching here. I was looking at bats because it was Coors. Someone in the chat said no, blah, blah, blah. And then it turned out there was a bunch of runs to be had. I'm not looking at either of these pitchers. Someone did ask about the lefties for Colorado, and I said I like Blackman, Parra. Who was the other one? Some other one, and Blackman did homer. Someone guessed. I don't. My camera, I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. Let's see. Chen and Fiers for GPP, absolutely. I think Fiers is still a cash option, though. I think he could be used for either. I know Castillo is better at home. That's the thing. Castillo is better at home. He had a good outing last time we used him. The problem is he's very inconsistent, but so is the Cubs offense. They've been completely off lately. They've putting up 1, 2, 3 runs a game. Castillo, if he's on, he could get those strikeouts that he needs. I do like Castillo. GPP only, though. Last 6 home starts, ERA 2, 34, 37, 5 quality starts. Yeah. Chen, no matter what's not a cash option for you today. Chen is a GPP option. If you want to play him in cash, you can. That's just good luck there. The Braves are the Braves. They do have a potent offense. Home or away, I don't really care. But if you're using Chen, I would not trust him in cash at all. Astros at the Angels. Verlander versus Barria. Verlander, 159 plate appearances, 171 batting average. I love him. Trout's back in the lineup, but looking at Trout's numbers against Verlander, he's batting less than 100. Barria's 20 plate appearances, 105. It's still the Astros. I don't trust him enough. And then the final game on the slate, we're looking at Brett Kennedy versus Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw gets a matchup against the Padres. 111 plate appearances, 192 batting average. Kershaw has gotten lit up by the Padres in the past, though. It seems like anytime you pay up for him against the Padres, he loses. That's usually at Petco. Sorry, my voice is going away. But you're going to be paying up for Kershaw, and he cost $11,600. Excuse me. Let's see. Has he faced the Padres back on July 9th, went 6 innings, 1 walk, only 5 Ks, 43 fantasy points. He's not been getting the past couple of games, he's had 7 strikeouts and 9. He's had, and against Oakland, 1 strikeout in 6 innings. It's not good. Against Pittsburgh, 2 strikeouts. It just, if you're paying up for him, I would, if you're going to pay up for a pitcher, I would pay up for Kluber over Kershaw tonight. Then I would look at Mike Fiers. I really love Mike Fiers here. Wei-Yin Chen is a GPP option. Sonny Gray as well as GPP. So I think probably your 2 to 3 cash pitchers are Kershaw, Kluber, Verlander. That's why they're priced high. You could drop down and go Sonny Gray. You could drop down and go Mike Fiers, Wei-Yin Chen, GPP. There's just not a lot of great pitching options that unless you pay up real high for in the main slate. So those are the pitchers. So do you guys have any questions? So what I'm going to do, but let's take a timeout. Has all of you in here, I don't know if you're brand new. Have you guys seen the video I posted on Tuesday, I believe, about the scam call that I put out? Because if you have not, I highly suggest you go check it out. I will link it to you. It's actually it's entertaining. It was a hour and a half long, or an hour long, I believe. It was supposed to bring awareness to kind of the shitty scams that they do against your grandparents. And the reason I'm kind of getting into it is because last year, they actually called and said they called my grandparents and fished around and said I was in jail and that they needed $8,700 to bail me out. And my grandparents actually went and got the $8,700, but luckily called their lawyer first. And it was a complete scam. So my grandma just passed away about a month ago, actually a month ago today. So I'm getting into it and trying to just waste as much time as possible and screw the scammers over so they can't screw your grandparents over. So go check that out if you want. I'm going to be doing that more often. I might be going live doing it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that's something you guys would be interested in. So isn't Villanueva missing from San Diego? He's supposed to be the lefty masher. I don't know. Let me see if he's out. I thought he was back in, but he might have got hurt. Yeah, he's on the DL. Just 2 days ago. So, yeah, he's out. I mean, it's the Padres. They're not the best team. Why is my camera doing that? Do you guys see my camera zooming in and then, like, auto-focusing? It's very annoying. Yeah, Kyle. So have you watched that video that I posted that I just put up there? It's an hour long, but it's really informative and it's helpful. I actually, Chris Goldie or Aguilar, I love both of them. Aguilar has great numbers. I think Goldie would be your cash option. Aguilar would be your GPP. But I love them both. They are actually, I think they're both in the cheat sheet for bats that we like. So what we have, if you're unaware, like I said, tomorrow will be the last day you guys can purchase the rest of the MLB season and the entire NFL DFS season for $99. That includes cheat sheets for both sports. That includes optimal lineups for both. NFL has detailed articles for each week. Once tomorrow's done, come Monday morning, it's $199 for football. So if you guys would like, definitely check that out. Our cheat sheet for baseball consists of the pitchers, projections for FanDuel, DraftKings, and Yahoo. The bats for the same sport, stacks that we like on the slate. And also it has, what am I trying to think of? Oh, bats that we like. So each position I've kind of looked at: catchers, first, second, third, shortstop, outfield, ones that we like and we're pulling from, and I'll put them in a list. So those are in the cheat sheet. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to ask. I mean, I try to answer pretty much anything if asked myself. Giants righty stack, I do. I do actually like that. You won the Nigerian lottery. They need me to send. Yep, that's a good one. I'm actually thinking about maybe trying a scammer call after this, maybe going live just and see what it's like. I wanted to do it on Twitch, but I haven't figured out how to get all this set up for Twitch and everything as opposed to YouTube here. But yeah, so just kind of looking at some of the bats that are good, just strictly looking at hits. Pujols against Verlander's 12 for 37 with 3 doubles and 3 home runs. That's a 324 batting average. He should be super cheap. Adam Jones against J.A. Happ is 11 for 46 with a double and 2 home runs. If we're just strictly looking for home run hitters, Hernan Perez against Jameson Taillon, 6 for 18, a double and 3 home runs. So 4 of his 6 hits are extra base hits, and 3 of them are home runs. Trout against Verlander has 2 hits. Those 2 hits were home runs, but he's 2 for 29, which is a .069 batting average. Alex Gordon against Kluber, 7 for 47, a double and 2 home runs. Aguilar against Taillon, 4 for 11 with a double and 2 home runs. Rizzo against Castillo. The thing is, yeah, Rizzo, the numbers, the Cubs against Luis Castillo should be a lot better than what they are. But Luis Castillo, when he's on, he is hitting his marks. He's hitting his corners. He's doing what he needs to do. He is better at home, but he makes a great GPP option because maybe people will see, oh, he's better at home, this and that, and then he could go off. So Luis Castillo is very inconsistent. That's why I can only trust him as a GPP option. Do you like Jones versus Happ or Gray? So the thing is, Adam Jones has good numbers against the J.A. Happ, but I watched. Now, I'm not saying this is true, but I watched the Orioles yesterday make so many terrible plays on defense. Adam Jones was playing right field. He's not used to it. Maybe that's the reason. It didn't seem like he was really trying hard. He wasn't running after. I mean, they're 53 games out of first place, 52 or 53 games already. There's no reason for them to try hard, I guess, because why get hurt when it does not matter? Demetrius SP2, like GPP, Cash, what slate? We've gone over all of them, so I'm not 100% sure which pitcher you want. I would assume the main slate. Mike Fiers is SP2. Sonny Gray could be SP2 because he's cheap. Wei-Yin Chen could be SP2. Reds bats versus Quintana. I mean, Quintana's very inconsistent as well, so I would not mind that, no. Reds bats could do work, but the lineups aren't out yet. I was kind of hoping something would be out, but there's nothing out right now. Nothing going on right now. So, any other questions, guys? Before we end this, I have to go to the dentist and get like 2 cavities filled. Super excited for it. I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. It's pissing me off. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to try and get a better camera. JD Martinez or Harper? Who's cheaper? Probably the cheaper one. Is there any way to evaluate the value one would receive for a subscription like a trial? CS Harrell, you can email me, support@dailyrotohelp.com. Now, what I'll tell you is we do cheat sheets. Would you like to see a trial at MLB or NFL? It can only be one. It can't be both. But what I'm going to tell you is there is a day pass. You can purchase a day pass for $5 and check it out and see what it does have to offer. That's probably the best way to do it. The thing is, we do give optimal lineups, but I'll tell you, do not use them exactly how you see them all the time. If you're looking to just purchase lineups and that's it, and you just want to take those lineups and post them into the page, or if you want to take the lineups and post to FanDuel and DraftKings and not change anything, it's probably not the site for you. If you want that, you can do that on Twitter. You can find someone that sells lineups on Twitter, or you can go to a different service that's super expensive. But with the optimal lineups, mix and match with the cheat sheet, mix and match with our free article, mix and match with these videos that we put out, mix and match with a little bit of your own research. We do a ton of information, but the difference between dailyrotohelp.com and I don't know, just lineup sellers. We don't do how do I say it without being like a jerk? But the people that sell just lineups on Twitter, they don't have a website. They haven't put time and money into it. They don't have cheat sheets. They literally tell you, I feel like today will be $7 for a GPP lineup. Like, why is the day switching? Just kind of weird. Why is the price switching? You'll DM them, and I've heard a lot of people when we're live or in comment section that they paid someone on Twitter and then they just ran with their money and they didn't give them lineups. So what we do is we do cash and GPP lineups. We do FanDuel and DraftKings, and we help you out. I think you could see that if you ask in this chat or you ask in the comment section that we've actually helped more people than we've hurt. Will there be some days that our lineups score like 70 fantasy points? Yeah, but we've also had days where they get like 280, 290 and absolutely dominate. But yeah, if you're looking to augment your research a little bit, try the day pass out and check it out. I'm trying to find a WordPress plugin for a referral system where if you guys refer X amount of players or X amount of people to sign up on our site, we'll give you X amount of free days or months subscription. I'm not able to find something yet, so I am definitely looking for it though. Chris, thanks. There's a lot. I mean, Chris has been here a long time, I believe. Kyle's been here. I want to say, Kyle, I've seen your name in here like a year, at least a year, if not more. There used to be people that would just IM me all the time and ask questions, but I haven't seen some of them in here in a while. But a lot of people have been. Yeah, BJ's been here a long time. Let's see. You find anyone better than this site? He's right the way. Yeah. Dan, I mean, he won a ton of money the other day. I don't want to say a ton. It depends on who you're talking to. But, I mean, Dan's been here. BJ's been here. I want to say BJ's been here since, what, like 2015 or something? Like pretty much from the start. He's a sad, disgusting Nebraska fan. But other than that, he's been here a long time. Also, BJ, I tried another slow pitch softball bat out the other day and absolutely crushed a home run. I can't remember what it was, though. I meant to message you and talk about it. I can't remember which bat it was, but it was only one of 175, and the guy is a rep for, I think it's, I don't want to say it was the Torch, but it was something. And I mean, I absolutely crushed the ball. It was actually a really good bat. It was the first bat off of the assembly line because the guy sells them. Yes, it was the Torch. I mean, I think it's like black now. It was like black and bronze or something. It was a really awesome, had a great grip on it. I mean, it was unbelievable. I don't hit home runs. I usually hit like doubles, but this one absolutely carried. But yeah, so I mean, BJ's been here years. Kyle's been here for a while. Dan's coming around lately. Colton, yeah, check out the day pass. Day will have main slate lineups. We want tomorrow. I believe probably do the. Oh, this camera is pissing me off. If you guys could donate to me, I'm just kidding. But if you wanted to donate, that's fine, or give tips. But this camera, I don't know. I don't know why it's so bright. Like it's literally white. This very upsetting. I'm looking to upgrade my computer as well so I can stream and I can do a lot more things. I'm looking at a graphics card. It's like $300. For some reason on Amazon it's $300, but on Newegg it's $900. Does anybody have any more daily fantasy questions? Oh my God, this camera. We're not doing preseason NFL. It's just so. Kendrys Morales has hit 6 home runs in the last 5 games. You think his streak against Pavetta? Did he hit another one last night? Did he actually hit another one last night? I haven't looked. Dwayne Jackson, Giolito. That's the weather's a concern a little bit. Is I don't trust him. I believe he was in our players that we like yesterday as well. I mean, people are going to ride that hot streak until it ends. And his price is probably super up there too, right? Because he just continues, unless they put the price out yesterday before he hit the home run, so they didn't change his pricing, which could have happened. Morales is $3,700. I want to say he was $3,500 yesterday, or maybe he was $3,700, or $4,600 on DraftKings. I might use him more. I mean, yeah, home run. You got to continue to play him till he doesn't. I'm going to tell you. Maybe a little bit better option on FanDuel because of the price, but yeah. So Buster Posey will undergo season-ending hip surgery. Could be sidelined 6 to 8 months. So Nick Hundley is a very cheap option to be using. So like I said, if you're looking for that giant stack, you'd be looking at Kutch, Longoria, Nick Hundley. He's going to be there. He's going to be playing. So which Boston bats do you like today? I would love to see if their lineups would be out, but they're not. Cubs lineup is out. Pretty much the same as yesterday. Which Boston bats do you like? Let's see. I mean, At this point, it's pretty a moot point to say any of their righties. But the thing is, it's because they're starting against Ryan Yarbrough, who's a lefty, but he's only going to be in there 6 days. Good luck, Dan. I got a draft in the morning as well. That's why I won't be live tomorrow. I'll only be I'll hopefully do a video tomorrow morning, very early tomorrow, and put that out. I don't know. I'll try to answer questions. Obviously, I'll be at the computer, so I should be able to answer questions, but I do have a draft at 11 a.m. I do like Martin Prado, a very cheap option. Should be in there. Is Iowa ever going to get DFS back? I don't know. We don't even have the betting, sports betting. Like, I don't understand. I know why they're doing it. Just, I guess, the states need to be able to tax FanDuel and DraftKings, and that's it. Who's your top 2 pitchers on the 4 p.m. slate? Oh, my gosh. This camera is being absolute. Yeah, I have casinos, but it's not the same. I'd rather do DFS than go to a casino. Casinos are rigged more than daily. Top 2 pitchers on the 4 p.m. slate. I mean, Porcello and Roark, I guess. Maybe Porcello and Porcello's in there, and it's really a toss-up between Pivetta, Roark, and Wheeler, but Wheeler's expensive. Yeah, Cano. Yeah, I said he had I said he had good numbers, but he didn't have very many at bats. So yeah, I mean, it's a lefty-lefty matchup, and Cano's probably pretty cheap still. So you'd be looking at that. So any other questions before we wrap this up? Again, wait till this video gets posted to YouTube, and then in the comment section, put who you think's going to hit a home run, what inning, and put your timestamp so I know. Make sure you get your answer in there before the game starts. Still trying to figure out what I want to do for the NFL contest. What it would be we would do the contest, and then the winner of that week would receive the next week, a week subscription. But I still don't know what to do. Porcello's not on the 4 p.m. DK slate. Then I would go with Pivetta, and then that would be between Pivetta, Roark, and Wheeler. Porcello's, the thing is, he pitches really well against the really good teams. I could see him get lit up against the bad teams, but I think he should be good. Yeah, Nick, those 4 right there. For cash, I would look at Pivetta, Wheeler, and Pivetta. Actually, pretty much in that order. Cash is the first 2. GPP would be the second 2. Beckham should be super cheap as well. Could be super cheap. So that is, what about Quintana or Suarez for GPP? Suarez, yes. Well, no. If I'm doing GPP, it'd probably be Quintana. But I don't trust him enough. I don't. Martin Perez, no. I think Martin Perez can get lit up. That's why I like the Giants righties here. The Reds, I mean, you could look at it this way. Quintana's better than the pitcher that pitched for the Cubs yesterday, and it was a 3-2 game. And usually, historically, Quintana does better on the second half of the season. So I could see that. But what is the weather doing in Chicago? It is blowing directly out at 12 miles an hour. So it's the Windy City. It's 82 degrees. It's hot. It's humid. The ball could fly out of there. Be cautious on that. What was I looking up? I was looking up something. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the game. Maybe I can do a pick 'em where you guys will pick the games, who's going to win. Maybe if I can find an online one, or maybe I can find like a widget that I could put on the website, and you guys would have to go to the site and fill it out, and it would email me it, and then I could figure out who wins. Something like that. We'll see. I'm trying to figure it out. I really, really am. I've got, what, 2 weeks. So heads up for football. I try to go live every Sunday morning about the same time I went live here, and we talk everything football, stardom, sit-em, your questions, your DFS questions. We build DFS lineups for football. We look at the weather. The thing is, the first game on the slate, I will not be there. I will be I'm going to college football game that Saturday. We're actually going in camp on Friday and going Saturday, and I won't be home in time Sunday, but hopefully every Sunday after that, I will be able to help you guys out. So maybe I can do a video earlier, but probably not, because the earliest I'd be able to do it would be like Thursday night, and I don't know if that's too far out, but I'll try to. I try to do videos for football all the time. Just remember, guys, I'm the only one running the site. I'm the only one doing everything on top of a full-time job. When football is there, there's about a week that I get without basketball. Well, pretty much not. So it's pretty much a 12-month commitment. So just be aware that I'm the only one. Also, if you do need to contact me, just email me directly, support@dailyrotohelp.com. If you use the contact form on the website, it goes to my junk folder, and I don't always see it in time, and that's not fair to you guys. So that's just a heads up there. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys stuck around, and if you weren't a subscriber to our YouTube page, you are now. If you ever feel like you want to donate or do tips, you always can email me, and I can give you my Venmo or PayPal, or when we're live, you can do the donate button here. A great way is also to keep your ads, ad blocker off for my page, and you can, watch the ads. That's a really quick, easy way that you don't really do much other than watch the ads. I know they're super boring, and I understand. I sometimes skip the ads as well, but I'm not that big of a YouTube channel. I do a lot of free information. So any of the AdSense can help, any donations, any tips, just signing up on the website for a day pass. If you like it, sign up for the season pass. Anything helps. If you don't have money, go ahead, just watch the ads. Anything helps, guys, to be honest with you. But it takes a long time for me to get the AdSense money. Like you have to hit a certain threshold, and then it sends you it like the 21st of every month. So even if you did it now, it would all just have to pile up and wait till September 21st. So I don't know. We're looking at it. I've had people donate super chat. So if you guys ever feel like you can, that's awesome. Welcome, Dale. You caught the tail end. I won't be live tomorrow, but I will have a video out. I try to do a video every single day. And I mentioned this before. The internet is currently at like a 4 to 8 megabyte per second, where I'm paying for 40. Come Tuesday, it'll be 200 megabytes. So everything should be good. I'm looking that I probably need a different camera, and I'm looking to upgrade the desktop to be able to run games, be able to look at streaming options for Twitch and here. Jesse, I get a lot of Illini football tickets. Would you be interested? Is it in Illinois or is it in Iowa this year? I can't remember. Actually, I can tell you right now. It's in Illinois in November. I believe I have a wedding that weekend, November 17th. I think I have to go to a wedding. I have a wedding Let's see. I'm going to the Iowa State game. They have 4 home games in a row, which is funny. It's weird, but funny. Let's see. The 6th, the Minnesota game is I'm playing in a dodgeball tournament, and then it's Oktoberfest here. I have a wedding. I have a couple weddings. You have to miss a couple of the games. It's kind of dumb. If you guys have a wedding or if you're going to get married soon, don't get married on college. If it's during college football season, don't get married. Just don't get married during college football season. You'll save a lot of people. I'm only going to the Iowa State game. So we have a very favorable matchup or schedule this season. We only play Wisconsin, who's ranked number 4, and Penn State ranked number 10. So that means we'll lose to Northern Illinois. We'll lose to UNI. We'll lose to we always lose to Northwestern. It makes no sense. Like, they have the easiest schedule this season, and we'll make a bowl. But yeah, we'll lose to some dumb games. The day after Thanksgiving will be a slaughter. So the thing is, BJ, I really wanted to go to the Nebraska game, but it's absolutely miserable sitting in the stands in the middle of November in Kinnick. The wind just because it's open on the end, so the wind just comes through. It's miserable. So I'm going to the Iowa State game. It's September 8th. It's going to be great weather. The only problem is it's a 4 p.m. game. We're going to be drinking for like 12 hours. So good luck to me. So that is actually the reason why I won't be live Sunday, the next day. No, yeah, Lincoln, it's terrible. It looks I've never been there, but it looks miserable every time. Wasn't it warm though this past year? Wasn't it like a odd like 50 or 60 day last year? I feel like it was. Or maybe that was 2 years ago. No. I don't remember. I don't remember. I just remember one of the games was like really, why'd you stop watching after the first quarter? That's weird. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking us out. Hour in. Any questions, definitely get them below. I don't know if it was someone in here, but they signed up. You can't see it, but they signed up for a day pass. Why is that so bright? They signed up for a day pass. Go check out. So yeah, that's what I've got, guys. Good luck today. I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for commenting. Just check out our free article. If you decide you need to sign up for a day pass to check it out, go ahead and do that. We'll be there. I'll try to answer any questions. Like I said, I have a dentist appointment in about 2 hours, and I'm pretty much free for the rest of the afternoon. So if you guys got questions, post them. You can always email me, support@dailyrotohelp.com. You can always comment on the video, and I'll try to answer them as quick as possible. If I can't answer, there's always some people that will be able to answer for you. So that's all I've got, guys. Good luck today, and you guys know what to do. As always, bring home that bacon, guys. Peace.